Klier began teaching first grade at Old G in 2011. She has a bachelor's degree in English and political science from Mary Washington College in Fredericksburg, Virginia, where she studied elementary education at Greensboro College and received a master's degree in administrative science from Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, Maryland. She's been married for 28 years to her husband, Anthony. They have 3 children: Tori, a graduate from James Madison University, Carl, a junior at NC State University, and Henry, a senior at Bishop McGuinness High School. All 3 children attended Our Lady of Grace, where she now teaches. Thank you for sitting down with me today, Ms.
My
Grace.
pleasure, I'm honored.
Okay. In what ways is it different teaching kids with autism?
Well, children with autism offer, a special challenge. Many of them struggle with social skills or repetitive behaviors, or they're stronger in one subject and need accelerated instruction in one subject, but are really delayed in another subject, and so require extra help and a more tailored curriculum to meet their needs.
All right. Well, how does working with kids with autism? I understand that this requires a great deal of patience. How do you continue to help these kids thrive?
Well, I take each day one day at a time, and I try to learn from each day. I try to start each day as a new day, learning from what happened in the past and moving on. I work with a great team of teachers who are specifically trained to assist students with special needs, and I've taken a lot of workshops, but all in all, it's really the day-to-day experiences that teach you the most, because each child is so unique.
How do you try to incorporate Catholic teachings and doctrines while working with kids?
Of course, we teach that God created each of us to be unique individuals, and we usually start the year off with all the kids learning to appreciate each other's strengths and acknowledging the fact that everybody's working on something. So we try to build a community of accepting students of all needs and abilities. Some students might be able to mask a little bit easier what they're working on, whereas kids with physical disabilities or some of the more evident autism behaviors can't quite mask what they're working on. So we try to build an accepting community. 1 in 59 students in America fall on the spectrum of autism. So it's really not that uncommon.
How do you get the kids to truly understand who God is and what the message of the Catholic Church is?
For young children I work with, it's pretty easy for them to grasp the concept of God as an all-loving Father. They have great parents, and they're blessed with very supportive families. Not just those who appear mainstream, that God created us all, and He loves us all, whether we're mainstream or whether we're special needs students. So they don't really struggle with that. We do learn about the Catholic social teachings, because most of them actually practice these at home as well as in school. We try to teach social justice, about caring for others and providing food for people through food banks and food collections and different faith-based projects that we have to support others. We do a little first grade retreat every year where we go visit the Merrifield residents and celebrate Mass with them, and then we go to the Piedmont Environmental Center after that, and it's sort of a combination day of caring for all God's creations, His human creation and His environmental creation.
Well, what is your favorite part of what you do as a teacher?
Basically, spending time with the kids, just taking a day as it comes. The best days are the days that we don't feel pressured to meet curriculum goals, but each child can work at their own pace on what they need to. That's a really good day for me, where everybody's proud of themselves and they don't feel stressed. But that's also these are the days that also keep me up at night, trying to think of what they need to be working on and how I can better help them. each child brings something new to the classroom, and it's I like learning something new each day and having a new challenge with each child.
Mm-hmm. Well, what is one characteristic you believe that you possess that makes you especially fitted for this special job?
Patience on a good day. I've always been intrigued with working with kids.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it pretty much most of my working life. I love figuring out fun ways to get the kids interested in learning. I mean, this is also the biggest challenge when you're competing with video games and great TV shows that they can access at any time now. Mostly it's the support of my family and coworkers that allow me to do this. They say every good teacher has a great or an exceptional family behind them, and that's definitely an emotional and financial support for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, despite all that, if you could change one aspect of your job in order to offer a better experience for students, what would you want to do?
I would probably advocate for larger and more comfortable classrooms that would allow kids to do more collaborative group learning. Where they would have room to spread out together in small groups and keep, some of those STEM or project-based learning projects going. Right now we have some storage challenges where if you've got a project going and you have to clean it up every day or find space to store it. So definitely furniture that would lend to the more collaborative learning. The age group of students that I work with right now, they're still learning social skills and spatial recognition and staying in their space as opposed to others. So they just need a little bit more sort of breathing area.
Yeah, I gotcha.
We've been so focused on curriculum that the need for kids to play and learn how to get along sometimes gets overlooked by the push to meet curriculum goals.
I understand you need money for that, though. You need funding, so it's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Well,
but it's a good thing if they can learn to get along, then they appreciate each other's differences and strengths, which is so vital in a diverse classroom, especially where we have kids with so many diverse special needs. And going back to one of the things that I love, I also love our prayer circles and the fact that we are able to pray at school. In addition to doing our school-wide prayers, we also do like a little after-the-fact classroom prayer where kids can offer up their daily intentions. And for me as a teacher, not only is that encouraging their faith, it's giving them emotional support that yes, there is a loving God that is there to help them and looking out for them, and also it gives me a glimpse into what they're bringing to the day to school and what's going on with them personally.
So teaching at Catholic school, you think, is more beneficial than teaching at a public school?
Well, I think there's pluses and minuses to both. I mean, certainly being people of faith, that's important. The public schools might have more funding from the state, but I think we provide probably more emotional and spiritual support, hopefully.
Definitely.
That's our goal, and hopefully we do it well so that they become great contributors to
Society.
the world, to society, right?
All right, well, thank you for sitting down with me today.
My
It's been
pleasure.
a great interview.
My
Thank you.
pleasure. Nice seeing you.